Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage, and with springtime now coming, we are getting all of our kind of adventures out of the way early. Through the winter time, we don't really do a lot of traveling, and we just kind of stay in the shop, stay close to home, and just get a bunch of work in the shop done. As soon as springtime comes, we usually have a bunch of stuff over the winter that we're kind of been holding back, or we start getting phone calls from different estates and families and properties that now that it's warming up, they're also looking to clean out a property or get things organized from an estate. So we got a phone call recently from one of our viewers, Roy, and his wife gave me a call, and they had told us about an estate of a friend of theirs in Virginia that had messed with 40 Fords and antique cars for pretty much his whole entire life. He was a welder and all sorts of things throughout his life. And he had, as all of us do, collected a lot of stuff from building different cars, and there was some equipment there and things like that. And they went there to check out some stuff and check out a car they had for sale, and they thought of us instantly, which is really great. So thank you to them. But basically, they hooked us up with Anita, who is the daughter that's handling the estate. And I spoke with her. She's fantastic, and said that we could come out, check out all the stuff, and take a dig around and see what we can find. So Mike and I are going to load up the truck. The little trailer this time, we're trying to stay reserved, but we'll see what happens. You never know. And we're gonna run out there and start digging around. We're gonna take you along for the ride as always. So let's go. Forgotten 44 corner. Find the goodies.
It's so dusty up here, you can see it with the light.
That's what we're breathing, great.
40 Ford stuff and the electrical and plumbing department.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this gauge has seen.
Yeah, I saw that. The face is in one of the boxes and it's like melted.
Ugh. Can't save them all.
Nope.
That is not cool.
Found this neat seat up here. Front seat, back seat. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Watch the stuff on the right side of the stairs. Was not that bad.
Got it down without hurting herself.
I know we're getting old, but we're discussing. Yeah.
Careful my back.
Good thing I didn't hurt my back on that one. Got everything down. And then this is what we found upstairs. And this is what we found down here. Steve's got plenty of rags for a while.
Always thinking about Steve.
Is that oil?
Antifreeze.
Nice.
Since we've gone through like so much antifreeze.
Gear oil?
Yeah. All the stuff we blow through with all these old cars.
Nice.
Keep digging in the next building. Alright.
So, car parts, what else did you buy?
Yeah, so typical, we came with like my little tiny trailer.
And zero equipment.
And zero equipment, no help. But they had this, I've been looking for a better lathe for the shop.
Lousing.
And she showed me this. She mentioned that they were looking to sell it, and they have a whole toolbox of tooling. They have the steady rest, an extra 4-jaw chuck. It's basically exactly what I've been looking for. So after I get back from Australia, Charlotte, Carlisle, we're gonna come and get this one and put a deposit down. But it's super cool. It's perfect for the shops, and there's a chain hoist right over it, so that makes it always easier to load. But today is not the day. We already bought enough stuff to fill. There's a pile at the other building. There's a pile here. There's an engine over there we gotta grab. So we're gonna be busy.
Pretty
so
full.
We'll come back for this and a couple more flathead engines, of course.
Yep.
Fingers and toes.
Yeah.
So see. Ready?
We're off everything. you. That might be your test engine until you get your other one going.
Yeah.
You want this one first? Oh, geez. Okay, Mike. All right.
That's how we're gonna have to sit.
Well, turn it diagonal, it'll fall down in. I got more room here.
Not quite. Put the other one this way.
Yeah.
Put that one in. I'll go in with the rear.
Yeah, with having the torque tube not on it, it'll probably be a little shorter. So you want to go.
I'll put the rear up in. Probably what we'll do is walk around the outside of the trailer. I can set it in from the tongue.
Okay.
You're not really doing a whole lot.
Yeah, you want me to grab some?
Yeah, why don't we switch one
And I'm like, this looks.
You're like, good job, Mike.
Yeah. Wait for the comments for that. Oh, Matt just standing there making him lift it.
Ready?
Yep.
Hold on. Ow, shock. This isn't gonna fit.
Why we just grab them right from the top?
Yeah. Here.
We go diagonal.
Grab.
Put this corner in.
Yep. Leave it right like that.
That'll stay. He won't go anywhere.
Nope. Wow, look how light this is.
Again, not wearing my.
Back race.
I even made a point to go get it out of my trunk.
I was wondering what you were getting. Ready?
All right.
Yeah, I'll just switch it. Ready? Just like that.
The complete front end.
Yep. It is weird it has a sway bar.
I think that might have been an option in 40. Or it was like real easy to add a 40-41
Oh.
sway bar onto them.
Yeah.
Don't want them to go flying. That's, you know, when bouncing goes.
That was very good pickup technique.
I like that.
I just bend over like a doofus.
That's how my back is on this.
I got another 10 years to ruin my back before we catch up. Almost set. Ready? You're fine.
I was not crushing my hands.
There we go.
Like that?
I got it.
There you go. Hey, look at that.
Some straps.
Look at that door on top of it all. Yeah, no fingers crushed today. Fingers are just healing from the last time I crushed them. Let me grab this side.
Yep.
It's got a little rot in the bottom there.
She's a little thin. Good morning, guys. It is Monday morning. Matt and I got back late on Friday. We went to the warehouse actually and dropped everything off quick. Brought the trailer back and the engine is still in the bed of my truck. We're gonna load this morning. So just wanted to show you guys quick what we got. This is a 39 Merc rear. What you can tell is there is no sleeve here like the other Banjo rears. For whatever reason, 39 Merc is set up like a Model A and the drive shaft is part of the pinion. So we're actually gonna hang on to this. We're gonna flip it over at some point and check what ratio this has. If it has a good highway gear, this is gonna go in the 39 Merc potentially to help it better on the highway. So this we might hang on to. If not, we're gonna cut it apart, save the bells and the brakes. The rest will get scrapped because it's not really useful because they're a pain in the butt to take apart. We got a 40 rear, which I believe is sold to a German customer. He's been looking for one. Good front axle, and that's about it. and the torque tube and spring for the rears over there as well. So that's what's in here. We're gonna get the 21 stud unloaded. We're gonna head to the warehouse and show you guys the rest of the goodies that we got. So go get Matt, get the tractor fired up, and get this thing unloaded. All right, so I'm at the warehouse, got everything laid out. I left Matt and Steve with that 21 stud. We took a closer look at it after we unloaded it. Super clean engine. There's like no oil and grease on it. We were looking at the oil pan when it was up in the air. There's like brand new bolts on the bottom of the oil pan of the block. There's a brand new clutch on it. The way the fuel line is run off the fuel pump, like where it would come from the tank, it looks like they were running it at some point, like it went to a gas can or something on a run stand. They're gonna fiddle with it. It does turn over by hand. It looks really, really nice. They're gonna mess with it a little bit today and see if they can get it running just to see. Maybe at some point we'll put it on the run stand, hook up a radiator to it and make sure it's not cracked. Matt does have some 21 stud speed equipment that would look kind of cool on it. Set it aside, save it for the right car. So let's take a walk around, show you guys what we got a little bit more in detail. Remember seeing Matt and I carry this down from up in the attic. Killer 40 Ford interior. The lady actually remembered her father having a 40 Ford with this killer interior. Not sure what happened to the car, but he saved the seats. So we're gonna hang on to these. We're getting a project in May or June, somewhere around there, that we think these would look perfect in. So we're gonna hang on to them. All right, so we got these two vices. They came off her dad's welding truck. They are used and abused, but they're neat old vices. This one has some killer writing cast into it. It's the Prentice Vice Company, New York, number 22. Super cool, massive, heavy. It took two of us to move it. Then we have this little tiny one. I'm not sure a brand, but it's like a Yoast style vise. Has pipe jaws on the bottom that you can flip it over. Or a pipe vise, it's missing the jaws, but you can flip it over. Use it either way. You can see this was used and abused hard, but old vices are perfect for a shop. Can't beat them. So some of the other stuff we got 5 40 Ford wheels. Unfortunately, there was only 3 with tires. We were hoping to find a 4th because they make a good set. Brand new set of Drake brake shoes, front and rear, I believe. Just a Holly 4-barrel that we grabbed. It was just sitting from one of his cars with an adapter plate. 44 dash with glove box lid. We did find a gauge cluster that probably came out of this, but it was smoked. Most 40 Ford gauge clusters are pretty rough, and that one was pretty bad, so we left it behind. 5 hubcaps. He did have a Dodge out in the old field, so there were some extra parts kicking around. Dodge hood, I believe it's like 47 to 50 something. I'll put it in the description below. I forget what it is, but Dodge hood. We have a Dodge door that's a little crispy at the bottom, and a steering box. If anyone's interested, let us know. All 3 of those are 100% for sale. And then ignore some of this stuff. I haven't had a chance to even put it away from our last pick. I'm still going through some of it. So we have this is a 40 Ford radiator. He pulled this one out of the car and put in I think it's a Champion aluminum radiator. So that's the original. It does have some repairs to it, but I'm gonna put some water in it to make sure it holds. Small reproduction and Ford parts. There's like a new wiring harness, stuff like that. Fans, found a bunch of them. Some crank pulleys, brakes, battery tray, just all kinds of good stock stuff that he pulled off of some of his cars. And then down here we got 2 sets of brand new water pumps, which is good. We always need them on hand for ourselves. A ton of reproduction parts. Funny thing with these estates is there'll be boxes of reproduction parts with the old originals in there. So either way we take them, because reproduction or used, as long as they're not destroyed, we can use them. So all kinds of smalls that we found in boxes. There's a cool little turn signal tag topper thing. I don't even know if Matt saw this. It's kind of neat. Brand new set of hood, rear supports, rear springs, decent set of front shocks, 40 Ford air deflector for the radiator, brand new from Drake, sorry. Real nice. A neat set of roundback spindles that are for a drop axle. So I don't know if that 40 Ford that the interior came out of had a drop axle on it, but we found those upstairs in a box. They're always good to have. A few brand new rebuilt diver's helmets back there. Stack of V8 times, just grab them because why not? Some Drake seals, window seals, quarter window seals, a whole bucket of NOS GM stuff. We don't know, need to go through it. Alternator for a flathead with the mounting bracket. These 2 gauges I found high up on a shelf. I need to test if they worked. Oil temp and water temp. I gotta get a heat gun to see if they even function. Air cleaner, brand new set of taillights for 40 Ford. Matt grabbed these body hammers. These are always good. Headlights, I found this neat plate upstairs. Universal Motors, Hapeville, Georgia, with a neat little Ford logo. The plate's rough, but the surround is super killer. Bumper guards, Cal Custom 4-barrel air scoop. This is kind of an odd find because most of the stuff was stock, but we did find this too. This is an Edmunds Custom APA 2.2. Kind of always funny. I wonder if this came off the 40 Ford. You know, had drop axle, had a little hopped up flathead. But she didn't really remember it being hopped up at all. She just remembered the interior. And we also found this upstairs. Lay this out on top. This is a Caterpillar Power. This is an umbrella. So this would have gone on top of a machine while I was out in the field or on a job site working. This would go over top of the person working to help give them a little shade. All right, so that's all the parts. We got some cool stuff. It was a fun little adventure. It's one of those things where we got a call. She sent a few photos. You don't really know what's going to be there till you go. Matt was able to buy a lathe, which is huge because his lathe is currently broken. One of the circuit boards fried and it has been down, and he's been searching high and low for a new lathe. So the trip was totally worth it. Matt and Steve are tinkering with that 21 stud. They sent me a slight clip of it making noise. So hopefully when I get back to the shop, it'll be running. Still need to make sure it's not cracked, but if it makes noise, that's always a good sign. We have to go back to get Matt's lathe. Obviously we weren't prepared to do that in this trip. And there are 3 more flatheads that were in another building that hopefully they'll have some equipment up and running next time so we can easily move them. Thanks guys for watching. If you saw anything in this video that you would like to purchase, obviously send us an email, irontrapgarage@gmail.com, or hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, wherever, and we will get these parts out to you guys. Thanks guys for watching. Catch you later. How much time is invested?
20 minutes, 15 minutes.
If you count the bullshitting.
That was
Without bullshitting, 15 minutes.
good purchase. Good purchase.
Yeah,